I think the quiz was complete and offered a wide variety of questions. Everyone could relate to something on the quiz. On the quiz, I got a 64 out of 100. That means I'm quite privileged. This turns out to be true because I grew up in a middle class to lower middle class family, but I haven't been given everything. I'm a straight white male, and I think that recognizing privilege is good to an extent because checking privilege allows you to check yourself and then realize that others need your help and you're in a position to help them. I think that checking privilege, though, can go too far. When people try to discredit other people's success and turn it into a negative thing solely because of a person's privilege, it just discredits all the hard work that that person could have been putting into just because of their privilege. The community that I decided to do research on was people with autoimmune disorders. There's about 500,000 cases in the US, and 50,000 people are estimated to be diagnosed each year with an autoimmune disease. So it's a pretty big deal in the US. To simply put it, people are lacking an immune system or support for their immune system, and that makes them more susceptible to viruses and attacks and sickness. I especially wanted to talk about this group of people because of the COVID 19 pandemic that is happening outside in our society and world right now. Some people don't realize, but these people cannot go outside and get this virus because they don't have an immune system like many of us to fight it off if they do get it. Right now, hundreds of thousands of people are scared to go outside because they have the disorder and would likely suffer, maybe even die from contracting the coronavirus. But even before the coronavirus, people with autoimmune disorders were at a severe disadvantage in this world. Because in the US, many times people do not quarantine themselves or keep themselves secluded when they have the flu, cold, or some other form of sickness. If it isn't that bad, many times people go out into society, still interact, and still have chances to spread it to people without immune systems. And this could have deadly or serious consequences. During the pandemic right now, many of these people with the autoimmune disorders cannot leave their house at all. And that's also why I wanted to talk about this group because it's so relevant right now. And hopefully, more people will realize how privileged they are to have an immune system and they could still go outside and take the chance of catching it and most likely defeat the virus when they catch it, but people without the immune systems, they would likely face much harsher consequences.